Hi, I'm Natalie Ledwell, and this is the Inspiration Show. The Inspiration Show is coming to you from the My Movies headquarters. So you see the background's a little bit different behind me. It's because I'm here in headquarters in San Diego. Now, today on the show, we are talking about an amazing new app that's come out with my friend from Melbourne, which is really helping children who are being bullied. There's going to be a worldwide release of that very soon. So to tell us more about it, please welcome my special guest, Ron Prasad from Melbourne. How are you, Ron?
Hi, Nat. How you going?
I am going fabulously well. So why don't we start, first of all, with a little bit about your background, because you have done some work with children in the past. And then what was your motivation behind creating this app?
Yeah, my background, I used to be a financial advisor when I finished university, and the global financial crisis hit, and that's when I decided to make a career change, and I became a life coach, a personal development author, and a motivational speaker. And as part of my work, I started doing work with Aboriginal youth, so Aboriginal young people. And a couple of years down the track from doing that, my best friend approached me and said, there's a big void in the market right now for supporting people who are getting bullied. Now, my best friend and I, we were both bullied at high school, so we thought we'll do something. And we came up with an initiative called Beat Bullying with Confidence, where we surveyed hundreds of school kids, released a report on bullying in Australia and worldwide, and we started distributing those reports to teachers, psychologists, counselors, principals, and we wanted to do something that's going to have a global impact. Hence, we created an app called Beat Bullying with Confidence.
Awesome. So with the app, well, what makes it, how does it help with the bullying situation?
Sure. The app has got many different features, ranging from what to do if you're being bullied, how to support people who are being bullied, and also the app is very useful for teachers and parents because it contains resources. And from the feedback that we have been receiving about the app, what people like the most about the app is that it's interactive. You've got a digital diary there, you've got a journal so you can record your voice, you can make notes on the app, go backwards and forwards, and see the progress that you have been making while you're using the app.
So it's a little bit like focusing on all the good things and the progress that you have been making, rather than focusing on the bullying, because the more you focus on that, the more that expands.
Exactly, Nat. And the whole point is this. I brought my personal development background into the app, and we're not just talking about, if you're being bullied, go and seek support. Our goal is to make people believe in themselves more than they believe in what the bully is saying. So the app contains lots of personal development exercises, like a little gratitude exercise. What are you grateful for today? How many people in your life make a difference? What do you like about yourself? So the app has got a very big personal development angle to it.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about this report that you were able to compile. Like, what were some of the findings that you found after, interviewing all those children?
The biggest finding, or the most shocking statistic that the report showed, was that every single student we interviewed knew at least one person, sometimes themselves, who has been bullied. So the bullying culture still exists in schools all around the world, and some of the things that kids told us, which I cannot go into much detail, but it was just shocking that these things are still happening, and to some extent I believe that people are not doing enough to stamp out bullying.
Right. And so, okay, so let's say that we do know someone, or kids do know someone in their life that is being bullied. What do you recommend is some action that they can take?
The number one thing we suggest is people realize that they are not alone in this. If you're being bullied, one thing we want you to realize is that people are out there who are willing to help you and support you. And according to our survey, Nat, there are kids out there who are being bullied, yet they don't want to reach out. They think that if they reach out for help, a couple of things might happen. They fear retribution from the bully, so if they go and report, the bully might come back and make the situation worse. And they also feel that reporting bullying or getting help is a sign of weakness. People might say, oh, aren't you tough enough to handle this? And we tell kids all the time, we go to schools all around Melbourne and give talks, and we say, asking for help doesn't mean you are weak. Asking for help means you wish to remain strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I know in the Australian culture, we even the women are tough, you know.
Oh no, Nat, that's the thing. She'll be alright, mate. You know that, right? Everyone's gonna say she'll be alright, mate. So don't report bullying. And my best friend, who was bullied at high school along with me, he comes from a family background where men are seen to be tough. So he never went and reported the bullying to his dad because the dad would have said, "Toughen up, mate. Toughen up. You know, you're a man. Handle this. Handle it like a man." So we suggest to people, if you're getting bullied, please seek help. Report the bullying, because that's the only way you're going to get help from other people, and you will stop the behavior of the bully.
Yeah, I mean, and you think, like, you know, especially in a parent's case, it's really difficult to know what to do in these situations as well. So so is there something inside the app for parents too?
Yes, Nat, the app can be used by anyone, but when talking about parents, one of the kids we surveyed was a 13-year-old boy from New South Wales, and he said that schools should be hosting bullying information nights for parents at least twice a year, because in some cases the kids think my mum or dad is the best person I can go and talk to, yet sometimes parents are not equipped with the right mindset, with the right directions to point kids to when the kids come home and say I'm being bullied. So that's something we suggest that all parents do. Learn about bullying, what sort of help is out there and what you can do to help your kids, instead of just saying she'll be alright, mate, or toughen up and handle it, or go and report to the teacher, this is not my problem. Parents should be more equipped to handle bullying when the kid comes home and says I need help.
Right. Okay. So let's expand a little bit more on what kind of help they can get. So I know that you said that for most kids, they think that they're the only ones that are getting bullied and they're on their own. Is there a way for them to connect with other kids within the app?
Yes, or not through the app, but we've got websites that we suggest to kids who can go to other websites, and telephone numbers as well. So, for example, Kids Helpline, or if kids really need help, we suggest that they go and talk to a social welfare coordinator or go to a youth center, because sometimes, Nat, kids don't feel comfortable asking for help in their schools. And we understand that. I was the same. So if people want to connect with other victims of bullying, go somewhere where you'll find other people who've gone through what you're going through, and they'll be able to give you more empathy. They'll be able to show you more support. So go to a youth center, a social welfare center, call the kids helpline and say, I want to talk to somebody who has been where I am right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, at least with a phone number, they
Yes.
can still do it at home. They don't necessarily have to be in person. They have a level of anonymity if that's what they want.
Exactly.
But they actually have some really, like someone who's actually qualified on the other end of the line to be able to give them some awesome advice.
Exactly. That's the whole point, and because sometimes people who are qualified, like you said, they might say or they might do or they might know something which the parent or the teacher might not do or know or suggest. So in that case, if seeking out help from a qualified person, we strongly suggest doing that, because that person might help them in a way that they might not have expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, so if their child is getting bullied themselves,
Yes.
how can they use the app to help them get through that?
There's lots of personal development work in the app, so reaching within to find out your inner strength, knowing what's good about yourself, using the journal as a gratitude journal, talking to yourself. And you know what, Nat, sometimes people need to hear their own voice. This is what we believe. So if you start talking to yourself, and we've got a little mirror exercise in the app where we ask kids to look in the mirror and say, thank you, I love you, I support you. That's
Yeah.
it. Every morning and night, you start saying that, and that's where self-validation comes from. So kids start doing those sort of exercises, and not only to overcome bullying, but to build confidence in them, because the kids are the future leaders. So we want to give them a mindset. We want to give them some sort of inner work which will help them, not just within bullying, beyond bullying, in life in general.
Yeah. And I know that, I mean, obviously you are really well qualified to put this together, but we were talking before we got on the call how you've actually sourced like a whole bunch of other, professional bodies. So tell us a little bit more about, the process of getting this off the ground.
Sure. Before the app got released already, we went and interviewed child psychologists, professors at university, teachers, we wanted to get as much professional input as we could into the app. So people have given us their ideas, their knowledge, their wisdom from many different angles, and we have put it all together and made it into a very simplified version that kids from age 6 can pick up the app and say, okay, I'm looking at this now, this makes sense to me. We've kept the app very, very simple on purpose because we want anyone to pick up the app and go, okay, this makes sense, I can do this.
Yeah, that's a great point. So children of any age?
Yes, pretty much, Nat. As long as they know how to operate a phone or a tablet, and these days people as young as 2 can do it, so any age can pick up the app and use it for their own good.
Right, and is it available on iPhone and Android as well?
Yes, both Google Play and the App Store, both.
And this is available not just in Australia, of course. It's available all around the world, right?
Exactly. That was our whole point, Nat, because my friend and I, with Beat Bullying with Confidence, we're going into schools and youth centers and giving talks, but there's only 2 of us, and physically it's not possible to reach every single child who needs help. That's where this idea for the app came. We wanted to create something which we can, make available to anyone, anywhere in the world who can buy this app, use it, and beat bullying with confidence.
Cool. I know. I'm so grateful for the work that you do because it seems to have become an epidemic. And I watched a documentary not long ago called Bully. And I have to say I cried through the whole thing. And what was really frustrating is that the lack of information for the teachers, the lack of information for like the school, counselors, parents had no idea how to handle this situation, and these poor kids are just suffering in silence. But then you've also got the story of the bully as well, like in the environment that they've grown up in, for them to be acting out like this. It was just having someone like yourself being proactive and doing something so important and positive in a direction like this, I think is really needed. So I'm really, really, really happy that you're doing this work. So what's the easiest way for people to be able to get the app?
The app's being released on the 23rd of July. So just go down to your App Store or Google Play Store and do a search for Beat Bullying with Confidence, and the app will appear. It's only 99 cents US. We kept it at a very low cost because we want to make it accessible to anyone. And yes, please, if you find the app useful, make a comment at the bottom, give us your feedback. If you want us to improve the app in any single way, just let us know. We'll do our best to cater the app to the market.
Great. So if people do have feedback, what's the best way for them to contact you?
They can send us an email, info@beatbullyingwithconfidence.com, or they can make comments on the actual Google Play or Apple App Store.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, Ron, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you again for the work that you're doing here, which is very much needed. I hope you don't get too cold down there in Melbourne in winter right now.
Thank you, Nat. Thank you so much for having me. All the very best, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to be on the Inspiration Show. Thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, guys, I encourage you to spread the word and get this video out and share with as many people as you can. You can do that by using the Facebook and the Twitter share buttons on this page. It's a very important message to get out there, so I really encourage you to do that. Also, if you haven't downloaded the Inspiration Show app, make sure that you do that. It's free, and it means that you can watch the shows on the go now. You don't have to be in front of your computer. And make sure that you leave your email in the box on the page, because I would love to send you the Manifesting with the Masters video e-course. It's actually valued at $87, and I would love to send it to you for free. So until next time, remember to live large, choose courageously, and love without limits. We'll see you soon.